Hey, Shalom. All praises to YAHAWAH, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, Bahasham, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. This lesson, Lord willing, is edifying and to the point, and the water to Yahawah, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. This is going into the Teton Pass, a highway that collapsed a few days ago. And looking at it, the Lord is visiting Babylon the Great, aka Sodom and Egypt, aka America, and piece by piece, he's dismantling the infrastructure, the system, and all this plate and the whole place, sending it into a collapse, and it's going to ultimately send it into chaos, and ultimately this place is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire and the latest from the chariots when Yahawashi returns. But I'll go ahead. This is Jeremiah 28 and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. So let me read that again. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old both prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. And so, hey, this is a tradition or something that the prophets have always done. The prophets have, like it says, like with Moses and Aaron in Egypt, they prophesied against that was a great kingdom at the time. And after the Lord visited that place, Egypt was never a superpower like that again. And how was it made so great? It was made great like that off the backs of the Israelites. And the same way with this, with Babylon the Great here. It was made this great nation off the backs of the Israelites, even though they'll never admit it. But this place would never have gotten this far without the blood, sweat, and tears of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But evil is set to happen to this place. It's going to be destroyed. And I have a quick video here. This is just a drone footage of that.
We're back with amazing drone video of a critical road between Wyoming and Idaho closed after a catastrophic landslide. This is Teton Pass in Wyoming. Officials say it started Thursday when a crack appeared in both lanes. By Saturday, it collapsed. The road is expected to be closed long-term, potentially jeopardizing half the workforce in and around tourist hubs like Jackson Hole, Yellowstone, and Grand Teton National Park.
So, from that video, it's jobs that have been jeopardized. The tourism. It's a lot of things. Like there's a lot of money that passes through on these roads. Like the while it might not be the entire country that relies on this, but the people in this surrounding areas, the people that travel there, that go back and forth through the area, they rely on this road. And I was looking at it on the map, and it's pretty much the only road through this state, which it doesn't show it on here. Let me see if I can pull maybe here. Yeah, they have this whole highway shut down. And from here, they have this town here, which they probably would have saw a lot of traffic because people have to pass through and to and from Idaho. If they're traveling from Idaho here on the left through Wyoming, they would pass through that town. So that town probably sees some traffic, at least somebody stopping to get gas or something, take a picture, whatever. But now traffic is cut off. So whatever food supplies, whatever would come through the state, even going back and forth, who knows what'll happen, because that's pretty much the only road to and from there, from Jackson to Victor. That's the only point there. And now if you want to get there, you got to travel all the way around. You probably got to go south to Alpine here all the way up, and that's no telling how much longer of a drive that is, or to Irwin. But still, that's you're going out of your way. These different freight companies, they're always about the time, the delivery, and their money. So these freight drivers, they can only drive certain amount of times a day. Like, no telling what's going to bring. Plus, the highway is now closed indefinitely, so who knows if it'll ever open back up. But just looking at this for an example, what could happen across the rest of the country, because the entire country relies on these different highway systems. So if something was to happen, in each city or across each place on these different highways, the city would probably be cut off, whatever. No telling what could happen with these different infrastructures, because it's a very delicate system. But what this is the Lord's doing, even through Wyoming, there's only what looks like two major highways. But that's the Lord is visiting this place. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, and this is just one place. By the end of this, the roads being cut off ain't even going to matter, because this place is going to be destroyed by ICBMs, completely wiped off the map. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, and I'll start at verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. So our people, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, 2/3 of them that are here in this land are going to die here. Zechariah 13:8, 2 parts therein shall be cut off, but a third will be brought through the fire and refined as gold was refined. 2nd Ezra 15:10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. So, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. So the Lord is going to deliver his elect out of Egypt, which this is spiritual Egypt. This is spiritual Sodom and Egypt. This place, America, has a lot of different names that it goes by, which it's not referring to Egypt over in the east, in Africa. It's not relating to that Egypt, because we were already delivered from there. This is the land of our captivity now. Verse 12, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. And so, I forgot, the previous verse, but the Lord is visiting this place with different types of plagues and pestilences and different things, not just this highway collapse. You have different diseases that are on the rise. I forgot what it was. There's a new fungal STD. There's these swarms of mosquitoes going around. A few weeks ago, there was swarms of flies going around in the place where I am. There's what is it? There's a lot of things going on. It's hard to keep track of everything. But ultimately, this place is mourning, and it's going to continue. You have people losing their minds. People losing their minds on these different types of drugs. You have so many things going on. Like, hard to find work, the cost of living going up, the cost of food, everything rising. The value of the dollar decreasing. Verse 13, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. And the farmers are mourning. Different ones, they're not sure if they're even going to have crops this year. They had different hailstorms happening last month, I believe, in May and April. A different plant diseases, tornadoes popping up. Now there's supposedly going to be a heat dome over Texas and some of the Midwest, meaning that heat dome, crops, livestock, whatever, ain't going to really be able to survive the triple-digit heat. But hey, good for Egypt. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. So, woe, destruction to this world. All the people that live in this world that are just enjoying life, going and living, doing what they're doing, ignoring the words of the prophets. A destruction to you. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And the modern day sword is the gun. Hey, civil war. Civil war is on a trending topic, and it's not just a movie. The nation is divided on every level, and eventually, if it's an election year, so if it gets so bad, a certain groups of people, whatever, they're going to stand up and they're going to start fighting. But eventually, this is going to happen. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So they're not going to they're not going to show any reverence or anything to who was elected or who's ruling. They're going to want to take their nation back by force. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And this is the point, the scripture that I was thinking of when I thought of this lesson, or when the Lord gave me this lesson, because that road collapsing, it's not just you're going to have many different factors of why you're not going to be able to go into into these different cities. A 15-minute city, you're not going to have access to it because you don't have the right credentials. You don't have the MOTB, whatever. Another city, there's war going on over there. There's a civil war. The place is plunged completely into chaos, so you're not even going to want to go there. Some cities, another place, the bridge might collapse, whatever. The roads might be cut off. You're not going to be able to go into these certain places. Like here, you have people that aren't able to travel or not able to easily commute anymore. Now they have to find another way around. But what happens when the other way around they were trying to go to that way? You can't go that way no more. Like what happens? Like when the system's overwhelmed, nobody's answering the emergency lines anymore. Like there's an accident on a highway or whatever, a major accident, like 50 car pile up, whatever, and there's no emergency crews. There's nothing. There's nobody to come help. There's nobody, no rescue, anything like that. You're no longer going to be able to go that direction, whatever. You got to get out of your car or walk. But these are times that are coming. It's like the place is going to plunge into complete chaos. There's not going to be anybody here to help. But those that serve the Lord, they're going to have help because the Lord is always going to be with them. Uh, let's see. I'll go to this. This is Psalms 37, and I'll start at verse 16. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. And the wicked of this world, they have everything. They have their houses, their bunkers, their millions of dollars, their assets, their liquid assets, whatever. Their livestock, cattle, but all that the righteous have, which is Israel, all that we have is our faith and trust in the Lord. We don't have anything physical here to reassure us. We only have our belief that Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is going to take care of us. He's going to deliver us. He's going to, like I said in Second Ezra, he's going to bring us out of Egypt with a mighty hand. This is going to the first deliverance. Being saved by the chariots of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. This is going to top all the things that these wicked in this world have. Verse 17, for the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi upholdeth the righteous. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. So if we have something to look forward to, we have an inheritance. The Lord is going to hold us up. Hey, Yahawashi said he has his father's house has many mansions. We have different planets to look forward to, so many different things to look forward to, and this road collapse is part of that looking forward to, because you're looking forward to Babylon collapsing even further. Because the more this place goes down, the closer we get to the kingdom. Verse 19, they shall not be ashamed in the evil time. And this is an evil time that's coming. This is a very evil time that's coming. Hey, Jacob's trouble, there has never been a time like this that's coming. But hey, the servants of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi were not going to be ashamed. And in the days of famine, they shall be satisfied. And the scripture also says, hey, my servants shall eat. We're going to be taken care of. All our needs. The Lord, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is going to take care of us. Verse 37, or verse 20, Slagi. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke shall they consume away. So the wicked are ultimately going to be burnt up out of this place. Like this place, Babylon the Great, is like a giant altar. This entire place is going to be burnt up, destroyed, wiped off the map. I'm going to jump back up. This is Ecclesiastes. Salaki. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So remember the good things that Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi has done for you. Giving you this knowledge, the truth. Open your eyes to what's going on. Verse 2, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong man shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. So in these days coming, there's not going to be, I think it says somewhere else in Second Ezra, it might be 16, I can't remember exactly, but it says that there be few people left in the city. In these days, in the days coming, there's not going to be many people around. Like, you're not going to see that many people around after a while. There's not going to be people to go and work these different factories, whatever, these refineries, things that keep this country running. There's not going to be people around to work at the power plant, whatever, on the grids. The internet goes down. The Comcast guy ain't going to be able to come out and hook up your internet again. Nobody's going to be able to check your water meter, whatever, turn your water back on. Like, there's not going to be people around in these days. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the dollars of music shall be brought low. So everything is going to be low. It's going to be pretty quiet because, hey, you're not going to, music ain't going to be, like, you're not going to hear the sounds in the cities like you once did, that constant traffic, the constant car noise, that noise pollution. Let's just move on. This is, I had this article pulled up, and this is from the DHS. It says critical infrastructure. Critical infrastructure includes the vast network of highways connecting bridges and tunnels, railways, utilities, and buildings necessary to maintain normalcy in daily life. And YAHAWASHI is cutting this off, surgically striking these different places. Transportation, commerce, clean water, and electricity all rely on these vital systems. So all these things, they need one another to survive. So if you cut one off, it causes problems for these other parts. And ultimately, all this is going to be cut off, and it's not even going to be able to function. Like if you have your body, you can function a bit without a hand, without an arm, or both hands, both arms, whatever. You can kind of adapt. You lose a hand, an arm, a leg. Like, okay, it's a little harder. It's a lot harder now. You lose both legs. You become a quadriplegic, whatever. Hey, there's not really much you can do. So the Lord is cutting this place off bit by bit. The Department of the DHS Science and Technology Directorate program managers work closely with infrastructure owners, operators, and cybersecurity and infrastructure security agencies. Have identified potential infrastructure vulnerabilities. S&T works with national labs, universities, and public and private industry partners to develop better ways to protect infrastructure, or in the event of a problem, provide the means for the most rapid recovery. Specifically, S&T is pursuing the development and testing of new concepts to provide better protection from flooding, explosive blasts, solar storms, and other man-made and natural disasters. This work will help improve infrastructure, reduce the threat of interruption to the daily commerce and interaction that these systems provide, and enhance the overall security of our nation. But hey, these you're not going to be able to do anything against Yahawah Bahasham Yahushai. You're fighting a losing battle, because all these things, hey, whether it be something man-made, hey, the Lord put it on that person or a group of people to do that, to disrupt that. Whether it be a natural disaster, hey, the Lord did that. Whether it be flooding, hey, that's Yahawah Bahasham Yahushai. All this is Yahawah Bahasham Yahushai, and He's cutting you off And doesn't matter how many of your scientists, whatever, you all get together and try to get your technology, whatever, which YAHAWASHI gave you, you're not going to be able to succeed. This is Jeremiah 49 and verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh, Bahasham Shai of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? And hey, this is what's happening. Hey, he's taking away the wisdom of these people, because yeah, they can build these roads and whatnot, but hey, you can't. You're not going to be able to continue. You're not going to be able to keep up. You know, hey, y'all are getting worse and worse. You know, y'all are getting dumber and dumber, and y'all are being exposed left and right. Like the wisdom is going away from y'all. Oh, I just read that. So lucky. And ultimately, this place is going to be completely destroyed. This is Isaiah chapter 34. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all the things that come forth of it. So everybody come closer to here. What did I start off with? The prophets have prophesied against many nations. Come hear what the prophets are saying. Come gather around and hear. And you're hearing it through the internet. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. So in this time, at World War III, is going to be popping off. And the Lord is angry with all the nations in the world, not just Esau, Edom, but all the nations. They had the Israelites captive. They touched the apple of his eye. Verse 3, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. So all this going on in World War III, there's going to be so many people slain. There's going to be so many dead, which is also why there's not going to be many people to work, many people in these different cities, because there's going to be so many people dead. And whether it's in a war in the valley of YAHAWASHI, or whether it's over here, a lot of people are going to die for. Verse 4, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. And this is describing an ICBM, the destruction, that nuclear destruction. And all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off the vine, as a falling fig from the fig tree. So ultimately, that ICBM is going to destroy everything. You know, the mushroom cloud, it looks like a scroll being rolled together. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. And that's describing the ICBM, its trajectory. It goes into the atmosphere and comes back down. It's in that atmosphere being the heavens, the Shemayim. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, and it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. And this is while Idumea was in to the south of Judah, this is the main place where they live now. What did Isaac, he promised to Esau? You shall have the fatness of the earth. And this is this is that place. This is the their main home now. Verse 6, the sword of Yahawah, Bahasham YAHAWASHI, is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahawah hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And so this place is going to be completely destroyed, completely wiped off the map. Verse 7, and the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of Yahawah Bahasham YAHAWASHI's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. So the Lord is visiting this place. He's coming to redeem his people, and he's paying Esau Edom back. After this place is destroyed, whatever Edomites and other nations are scattered around the world in their bunkers, whatever, in their dumbs, whatever, they're going into captivity. And them Edomites, after 1,000 years of serving their bondage, their slavery, they're going to be destroyed. Verse 9, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. So this land, you see it's being broken up piece by piece, being plagued, the food being cut off, the money all being cut off. Ultimately, it's going to be turned into burning pitch. It's going to be turned into dust and ashes and be completely melted. It's going to be completely destroyed. It shall not be quenched it shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From the generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. So, this place is going to be burning up for a long time, a long period of time. And nobody's going to live here again, or nobody's going to rebuild this place, make it America too. It's going to be a monument of destruction, like how Sodom and Gomorrah is. This is verse 11. But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it, and he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. So you're not going to be able to tell one place from the other. You're not going to be able to tell here in Babylon the Great what was New York, what was LA, what was Houston, where was the Teton Pass, where did that highway collapse. You're not going to be able to tell. It's going to be completely destroyed. It's going to be gone. You're not going to know anything. They shall call the nobles thereof to the kingdom, but none shall be there, and all her princes shall be nothing. So nobody's going to survive this. You need to be delivered by the chariots of Yahawah Bahasham YAHAWASHI if you want to make it out of this destruction. And thorns shall come up in her palaces, nettles and brambles in the fortresses thereof, and it shall be an habitation of dragons and a court for owls. The wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beasts of the island, and the satyr shall cry to his fellow, and the screech owl also shall rest there, and find for herself a place of rest. And there shall the great owl make her nest, and lay and hatch, and gather under her shadow. There shall the vultures also be gathered, every one with her mate. So only unclean beasts are going to be here in Babylon the Great after all this. But this is just this highway collapse is just an example of the Lord's work, and he's visiting this place. But Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm going to say all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, Bahasham Rakakodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Shalom.